Welcome to Kletus Ray's Roadside Service. I am your host, Kletus Ray. We're having a spectacular Monday. Couldn't have a better Monday. Couldn't have planned a better Monday. Worked kind of hard to get this Monday to be as good as it is. I guess, I don't know, those are just words. We're a lot has happened over this weekend. It was a wonderful weekend. So, as you know, I got the title for the car. I had posted it up for sale, and I got probably 12 people that were interested in it, or that had messaged me about it. Let's just say that 12 people looked at it and said, Let me talk to this guy about this car." And didn't get any meet set up or anything. And I mean, I had a couple people say, "Oh, I want to come over Saturday." One guy said tomorrow, which would have been that was Sunday. Uh, and I was just kind of losing hope on getting the car sold this weekend. But hey, let's back up. Let's back up and let's say Friday after work. That's really far away. That's a really far away right now. I can't think of that right now. Let's start with Saturday morning. I woke up, hung out with the kids, and I mowed front and back. They both needed it real bad. They need it again already, which is not good. I don't like the grass growing as fast as it is. We're headed over to the rail yard right now to start sucking more diesel out. We got the same crew, except we have one more guy. He's not billable right now. He's just in training. He just got off of the computer. So we got one guy. It's gonna be exciting. I can just show somebody else the ropes. But I'm not. I think I might have made a little bit of a mistake with the last guy, because I was showing him both trucks, or I showed him one truck and then I showed him the other one, and they're different in different ways. So this guy, I'm going to show him just the one tanker. It happens to be a Dragon tanker, and I have a Huber tanker. So I'm going to show him the Dragon tanker and let him get used to it, because I think not this week, but next week he's going to be running that truck by himself, and I need him to be good at it. But I wouldn't say he's not a young guy. He's not an old guy. He's right in between. I don't know where he came from, but I think he's going to have a lot of fun on this job, compared to any other jobs that we got, because I was like, bring your phone charger. He's like, why? I'm like, because you're going to be sitting on your phone a lot today. This isn't a go, 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 go job. It is, you still got to get moving, but it's not like you're going to be sitting for like an hour at a time, you know, so you have a lot of time to sit and play on your phone. Uh, Let me pause this and chug this water. We're back. Okay. So I gave my son the VR headset on Sunday morning because I knew that he was going to want it. Uh, he was so excited. He played on it quite a bit. He's very happy with it. It's fun. It's not fun to try to teach him how to use things. I'm like, you got to show, like, the damn thing needs to know where the ground is. So you got to touch the floor, and then you got to, like, draw a boundary on where you're going to stand so it knows how to do shit. And I don't know. He got a little frustrated a little bit, but once you get him in there and going, he's all right. He's having a good time. He likes dancing with the robot, and which is just a startup deal. It's just a startup like thing, but I don't know. He's having a good time. He's so happy with it. Also, I don't want to skip. I'm jumping all around right now. I'm so excited, and I got this one drive, and I want to try to get everything out in this one drive. I got a new starter for the 79. A guy at work gave me a mini torque starter, and I looked it up. It's a 3-horse. I don't even know what brand it is. I think it could be off eBay or from AutoZone. Those are the two stores that I saw where it came from, where one that looks kind of like it came from. And so Saturday, after I mowed, we were outside with the kids playing in the yard and everything. And I said, I'm going to go out front. She's like, what? My wife. I'm like, I'm going to go work on the truck. She's like, ugh. She's so mad. I'm like, sorry. This is something I've been wanting to do, and I feel like I've got time, and it's really nice weather. I'd like to just get it done. So I go out front, and I yank off the original starter, and I put this one on. I put it on upside down. Luckily, I didn't even try to start the truck with it like that. I didn't have it all hooked up and everything. I just put it on there upside down. I was like, what the? Because this one you can, it doesn't have a nose cone or anything. It's just like a solid rectangle block of billet aluminum that uses to bolt it, and then the little pinion pops out the side of it. So yeah, you could put it on upside down, and it's also built. It's got bolt patterns for both sides of flywheels, which is really very convenient, because that was one of the things I was worried about, was getting a starter that was for the wrong flywheel. It seems like every time you're most likely going to get the wrong one. You got a 50-50 chance, and it just usually is going to pop up that you have the wrong one for the wrong flywheel. Well, this one's drilled, that billet aluminum or whatever it is drilled for both sides flywheels. So mine, it works. I flipped it upside down, well, right side up actually, and bolted it up. Now the pinion sticks out of the starter. Well, not out of the starter, but the way it is, my flywheel's too close, and it hits. So the first time I fired it up, I sprayed that flammable brake clean. You can get flammable and non-flammable. I'm always a flammable type of guy. So anyways, sprayed some brake clean in there after I got it all hooked up the way I think it was supposed to be. And the thing fired right up, but it sounded like dog shit. I mean, the starter sound, it sounds like a monster truck. I don't know. The starter, it sounds like what a movie, like if somebody was building a car on a movie or whatever, and it's like, it just sounds so fucking cool. The starter sounds fucking awesome. It makes the truck, whenever you start it, sitting at the gas pump, and you just hit that starter, and it fucking, I don't know, something about that starter is so fucking cool, the way it sounds. It sounds way better than the old one. Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking, you can tell, like, whenever you hear that, you're like, oh, somebody's got something under the hood of that. I don't. But, but it sounds like it. And I'm going to drive it like it does probably too. Anyways, it needed shimmed really bad because it was sticking out too far. So you can space it between that rectangle of billet. You can space the starter away from that, and that's what I needed to do. And it already had one very small shim on it. I needed another shim, so I went to the store and tried to buy some. They don't sell them. Can't get them. So I said, I'm going to go home and I'm going to get creative, because I have a bunch of random bolts and screws and washers. So I grabbed four washers, little tiny washers, because there's 3 bolts that bolt the starter to the block, or to the aluminum, and I just need to space that out a little bit more. So I put in some little washers, but they were having a little bit of interference with the starter. So I had to shave them down a little bit, but I'm not too worried about it. Like the starter, yeah, you want it to be perfectly straight, and I'm using all alike washers, so I'm not worried about that. But there was a little bit of interference, so I had to shave off a little bit of material off the washer so it would fit flat in there, and I got it to work. And I said, hell yeah. So I put it on there. It's still interfering. But that's the crazy thing, is the truck fucking runs, okay? The theories that I've had in my head of I've got the spark plug wires clocked one direction too far, whatever, it was correct. So me and Luke, whenever we worked on it the last time that truck was touched, we swapped the spark plug wires around to where I think they should have been. You know, it was plan A was the other direction. This is plan B. Turned them the other direction. And it fucking fires right the fuck up, boys. I'm so happy that it fired up. But it sounds, the flywheel hitting the starter does not sound good at all. Also, there's another couple of shims I need to put in to block it from the bottom of the engine, because it bolts to the bottom of the block, and it needs to be down a little bit more just to space out that pinion from the flywheel to be perfect. Now that pinion pops out of the starter, and that's what whenever you hit the key, it pops out, it hits the flywheel, starts, and then once you're off the starter, that pinion is supposed to go back into the starter. What I'm having the problem right now is that I need to shim it up a little bit more. So, because one time it got stuck out, so it sounded like I was trying to start the truck the whole fucking time. But I don't know. It shouldn't be a bad deal. I think I need to shim it just a little bit more, and then I think that's going to be perfect. Am I going to use shims? I hope so. I hope I'm going to use actual shims. I need to order some shit. And I'm going to do some research. I should have done that last night, but I don't know. I was tired. I need to order some of those fucking shims and shit. But I'm just so happy that the truck runs. I know it drives. And now it starts. And some of the wiring, I had some of the wiring messed up, because I was during the coil issue, like not knowing why it wouldn't run or whatever. It ended up being, well, I don't know what it ended up being, the plug wires. But in the process of me trying to figure out what was wrong, I added another coil wire. So a wire that went from the coil straight to the battery, so the coil always had power. Well, turns out I'm not an electrician, I'm not a mechanic, and I overlooked some things. Like, when it fires up, you can't turn it off, because the coil's constantly getting power. So, I fucked that up. I did blow a fuse, because the starter, whenever I first hooked it up, the power wire from the battery actually ended up, whenever I tightened up that bolt, it actually ended up hitting the exhaust manifold, which was shorting everything out, and I blew a little 10 amp fuse. Not a big deal. Before I replaced the fuse, I went around looking for what it could have been, and I noticed it was touching, so I just got that turned, replaced the fuse, and then it was good to go again. There's something, I want to redo the whole fuse box on that truck. I think it's going to be a good idea, because right now it's kind of like, I don't know what the fuck this wire goes to, or what this fuse goes to. It's just, they're all just kind of hooked up. The wires are labeled, but you can't really tell, without taking the fuse box apart, you can't tell where that wire goes. So I blew a fuse, and I was like, I don't even know what the fuck fuse it is, so I had to trace back some wiring and stuff. I'm going to get all that swapped out to the new fuse box that I got. I've got it. It's there. It just I need to spend a little bit more time wiring. But luckily, it's just going to be basically snipping the wires off of the old fuse box and plugging them right into the new fuse box. So it shouldn't be a big deal. What else? The trying to think of what else happened. Oh yeah, during that fuse or that short deal, I almost melted my fucking jumper cables. How long have you known that you didn't need that lane, dump truck? That was that's the most easily marked fucking lane that says this lane is an exit only, and you wait right until I'm next to you at the very end of it to fucking say put your blinker on and get over. Like, what the fuck? Come on, man. So that was Saturday. Saturday was a big win. I still need to shim it up. Not a big deal. I'm going to order the correct parts instead of just using some washers that I modified. I don't know. Those shims are so thin. And the washer that I used is probably like 6 shims. So it's technically got 7 shims on it if you're using my math. And I need more than that because it's just barely hitting the flywheel now. I thought about letting it self-clearance. It's not a good idea. Not a good idea. To let it sit there and fucking grind until it doesn't grind anymore, you know? So I just need to shim it back a little bit more. I mean, it's a lot better than it was, but it needs a little bit more. But man, I can't believe it just fired right up. And that was just off brake clean. I didn't even pull the gas bucket over there, which I'm kind of glad I didn't pull the gas bucket over there because I'm sure there was a lot of sparks flying from underneath the truck, which would not have been a good situation to have a bucket of gas sitting right there. So I'll keep that in mind as I work forward, that to keep all flammable items away from where the sparks may come from. Anyways, that was Saturday. Sunday, woke up, gave my son the VR headset, had a lot of fun, and then we went out back and we played out back for a long time. It was a good time. And went back inside and I started to take a nap. I mean, we were thinking about doing some dinner plans and this and that, and we just couldn't figure anything out. And I started taking a nap, and then I woke up to a message on Facebook. And so I opened it up, and I hadn't got a message in a while, you know, a couple of hours about my car. Somebody said, "Hey, can I come look at the car?" I said, "Sure." And then we decided where to meet up. And it turns out he was just a town over from where I was. So that guy's got a dual plane high-rise. Oh my gosh, that Ford. That's a badass engine in the back of that Ford right there. Anyways, the guy, we met up. I drove the car over to him. I did. He texted me and said, "I'll meet you in like 40 minutes or whatever." I said, "Okay, sounds good." And so I went downstairs just to look at the car to make sure everything's good. I was going to throw the hubcaps back on. I open up the trunk and I look at the hubcaps. I totally forgot that the hubcaps look like fucking ass. So I rummaged through my cabinet of various spray paints and found a nice black spray paint. And I just did a nice light coat of black paint on these hubcaps. I mean, I'm just dressing it up, okay? Just dressing it up, making it look good. I wanted to put all the hubcaps back on it before I sold it. Selling the car on Steely's, you're not going to get a lot. I don't know. The hubcaps are going to make it look a lot better. It's going to look more stock, unfucked with, and which the car is. It's not really fucked with at all. It's got tint and some black accents. That's about it. Other than that, the car is completely stock. So anyways, sprayed the caps. He said he's ready. Threw the caps on. Went to meet him. We drove it around the a couple blocks. He said, I just want to run it through the gears, make sure it's good to go. I said, I've been driving it back and forth to North Kansas City for like 6 years, so it should do just fine for you. And he offered me $3,000. I had it listed for 32. So he was like, how much is it going to take to buy this thing? I was like, what do you want to offer? And he said, will you take 3? I sure will. I sure will take 3. I would have taken 2,500. You could have saved yourself $500, but I'll take 3. Hey, I didn't tell him that, obviously. I was like, oh, thank the Lord, this car is sold and it's out of my life. Um, Now, as soon as he sold it, we met up at my house. We filled out a bill of sale, filled out the title, ripped my part off. He left. He's gone. He's got it. And he told me where he was driving. He was driving to Fort Scott, which is like under 2 hours from where we were. And he ended up being out there to buy a different Chevy Cruze. And the guy sold it before he got there. So he looked on Marketplace and he just happened to see mine and happened to like it and buy it, and he's good. But for 2 hours, basically all night, really, more than that, I was just scared of my phone. I'm like, anytime my phone ever did anything, I was like, oh God, this fucking GMC just about took my bumper off when he got in front of me. He's going faster than me, so he doesn't deserve a honk, but you could have given me more room than that, you motherfucker. Anyways, I was just worried, and I have no reason to be worried. I really don't, because I've driven that car, I've tested that car. That car drives, okay? It runs, it drives, it doesn't get hot, it uses a little bit, it has a little bit of an oil leak. Other than that, I drive that thing back and forth to work every day, relying on it, and it's really never let me down. But for some reason, I've just got like a creepy crawly on my back saying, it's not going to make it to Fort Scott. He's going to call you and he's going to want his money back. And then you're going to have to pay for the tow. And then you're going to have a blown up fucking Chevy Cruze and no money. That's what I was freaking the fuck out. Irrational fears. Maybe I need to, I don't know. I'm not on any medication. Maybe I should. I'm just freaked the fuck out. I'm like, he's going to call me and say, you motherfucker, this thing blew up. Even though there's no indication that would ever happen. So, I don't know. He's gone. He's got it. He has not messaged me. I left the message open. I have not deleted it or anything like that. So, I'm open. If it happens, I will try it. I don't know what the right thing to do there is. Obviously, if the car blows up, yeah, he's going to want his money back. And that the right thing to do, like, not be a bad seller, would be to get it back. But also, I don't know. The car's going to be fine. That's where I need to stay at. I need to stay at the car's going to be fine. The guy's going to run it and drive it, and it's going to be fine. And I don't have to worry about it ever again. That's where we're at. And they are happy with their purchase. I'm happy with the sale. They're going to put 20,000 miles on it, and then it can blow up. It can blow up after that, okay? Because that's way after, a month from now, it can blow up. But not right now. I need that car to no, the car is going to be fine. The car is going to be fine. The seller's happy. I'm happy. So that leads me to today, Monday. Got a pocket full of money and a lot of stuff I want to do with it. I'm going to start, well, I don't know. I'm going to just try to go up to O'Reilly's and just get as much as I can. Maybe even stop by a Napa. AutoZone just makes me, AutoZone, I don't know. Something about AutoZone just makes me do that. But I'm gonna stop by the local stores and try to get all the parts that I need to get my truck tuned up and turned up the way I want it to be, which would be great. And then I have another $500. I don't have it now. I already paid the guy. I paid my brother. I am the owner of a dirt bike. I don't have it yet. I'm going to pick it up tonight. But I own the motherfucking dirt bike, guys. We fucking did it. I'm going to order my helmet today. I was also last night, that's what I was mainly looking at, was fucking dirt bike shit. I want to put, I don't know, I basically want to do a whole plastics package on the dirt bike. I want to do new front fender, new number plate, headlight, blinkers, number plates for the side, and rear fender with tail light and all that stuff. I want to redo all that, but I'm not going to, that's just in my head. I want to do all that. I'm going to get the bike and look at it and see what I can do with it, if I can make it look better, make it look the way I want it to look, and but it shouldn't be that expensive to do all those things. I mean, but that might be something I kind of hold off for a little bit down the line. Let's just get the bike, let's get the license, let's start riding it, get comfortable with it, and then I can start making my changes, because I don't know, getting the bike and then getting all the stuff for it, before I even have the bike is not, or like on order, like it wouldn't be a good idea. So I want to make sure I get all the right shit. And yeah, you never know, I might fall in love with it. I was looking at seats, because it's got like one of those big, I don't know, it's not real big, but it's a comfy seat is what it's got. And I want this to more look a little bit more motocross rather than big comfy bike, I don't know. I don't know exactly what I want to do with it. It would be really cool to just make it look like a straight up fucking motocross dirt bike that I just ride on the roads. But it's got street tires on it. I think due to my research, I think I've got a 21-inch front wheel on that thing, and it looks massive. I do not like it. I don't like the front wheel on it already, just from the pictures. So I might be in the market for a smaller front wheel, which also, some of the forums I looked at yesterday, people say you get a lot more traction with smaller wheels. You feel a little bit more stable. So I don't know, might look into doing something like that, getting a different front wheel for it, a little bit smaller. I don't know what the benefit of having a larger front wheel is. But it's already got like digital gauges. It's got analog gauges and digital gauges. Trail Tech Venom, or yeah, I think it says Venom. I don't know what it is exactly. Don't even know if it works. I'm gonna check all that stuff out, see what I can do with it, and just very, very excited that. And I already told my brother, I'm too excited about it that there's no way I'm not going to pick it up tonight. I'm going to go over there right after work and get it picked up. So excited. Operation Get a Dirt Bike is almost complete, guys. And the car sold. That's another big thing. Right before, well, my son's birthday is tomorrow, and my wife's birthday is on Thursday. So I'm like, you know, and I got $500 more than what I was expecting to get from the car in my own mind. So I've told her, I was like, hey, this dirt bike is free. This is a free dirt bike, basically. Basically a free dirt bike. So can't go wrong with that. Um, yeah, hand guards. I was looking at the hand guards he's got on there. He's got some nice looking hand guards on there, so I might leave them on there. But oh man, I'm just excited to get this thing and kind of tune it up. No, not tune it at all. Probably just get it going good. Just gotta hope the engine lasts on that bike. Also, I think it's got 26,000 miles on it, which is kind of. I think that's kind of high. And what if it had 126? That'd be crazy. But I believe the bike was built good and properly. It should be an all right bike. Should be an all right thing. And as long as I, keep the oil changed in it and keep it nice, should be a beautiful, beautiful moment for me to have that thing. Stopped by my mom's house last night to pick up our taxes. My mom does our taxes. She's an accountant, so she's good at that shit. Got all our taxes taken care of, I believe. Went out for my wife's birthday dinner, because since I'm going to be probably working late every single night this week, and her birthday is this week, and my son's birthday, we dropped my kids off at my mom's house. What we did. They had way more fun there than they would have had at the restaurant anyway. So, but me and my wife, we went to basically our favorite restaurant, which is Mongolian Barbecue, BD's Mongolian Barbecue. It's never a bad time at BD's. Yeah, it's like the best food I've ever fucking had in my life. But they added in, right now they're having they're like, I don't know, Creole shit. So I got some fried rice, Cajun fried rice, made my bowl Cajun-ish tasting. Oh God, it was so freaking good, man. It was a delicious meal that I really needed. And I got some left over today for lunch. I'm so excited to eat that again for lunch. Why are we slowing down, Lexus? I played a little bit of video games. I don't know. Nothing compares. I can't talk about anything else. I just want to talk about trucks and dirt bike. I can't believe I got the truck it fired right up. The starter works and is going to be a wonderful tool to have. The car sold. The dirt bike is bought. I just got to get it picked up. I got the truck ready to go. The truck's going to get a nice full tune-up. I was also looking at tires because I think I want to replace the front tires on my truck just to make them match the rear a little bit better. And then I got the leveling kit that I want to get put on there. My wife, she wants new brakes on her car, which, yeah, I don't know. Her brakes are warped, so it just feels a little weird when she's driving around, but some guy at Jiffy Lube told her that it's about to blow the fuck up, so she's freaked out about it. I'm like, it's fine. She's like, a technician told me. I'm like, somebody at fucking Jiffy Lube told you that. He doesn't know shit, okay? He wanted you to buy all that shit right there, right now, so he could get a commission check or some shit. I don't know how they work it, but It's your car's fine. It's like, we just need to sell your car. She's like, oh yeah, I was like, yeah. I bet you we could sell your Equinox for $5,000. If I could sell my Chevy Cruze for $3,000, I think we could sell your Equinox for $5,000. It's got a leather interior and a sunroof. That's worth more. And backup camera, cruise control, which is nice. I wonder if that guy's gonna figure out that Cruze does not have cruise control. It's probably gonna be sad once he finds that out. But hey, sorry, not all cars have cruise control. I don't know what to tell you. And but yeah, I'm like, for $5,000, yes, I can find you a way better car than this. She's like, ugh. I'm like, but you do that again, you'll have a Tahoe sitting out here. I will get you a fucking Tahoe. That's what I would prefer. I would prefer her to have a Tahoe, something like that, but I don't know. Also gas mileage, but she doesn't drive nowhere, so it wouldn't be a big deal. But get her a fucking minivan. I want to get her a minivan. It would be so much more convenient taking the kids anywhere if we had a minivan. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't. So, but I don't know. I don't know what kind of minivan you can get for $5,000. I guess it's something else I can look up, but I don't know. She's too scared to sell it. But I could definitely get her a Tahoe. I'll get her a 95 or up Tahoe. And be like, here you go. I mean, I saw a pretty decent looking Suburban for $1,500. I'm like, I'll get you that. That would be fucking cool to have a square body, and then, well, just all these V8 Chevys sitting in my driveway. Well, my 92 is a V6. I've also been, the devil's been knocking on my fucking shoulder saying, buy a V8, you can get one cheap, and it wouldn't be that hard to put in. I'm like, fuck. That would be cool. It would be really cool to V8 swap my 92, but I don't know. I like the V6. I like the way it is now. I like that it's not molested. I like that it's just a clean V6 that runs really good. And also, I'm not a mechanic, but I think I just found out the other day watching one of those horsepower videos. A guy took a V6 and built it up, that it's got a balance shaft in it that's hooked up to the timing. So I didn't know that. I don't know. It makes sense when I think about it, but I don't know. Because he took the valve cover and the intake manifold off, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And it was a balance shaft. It's the length of the engine. I was like, what the hell? But I guess you gotta have that to run it's basically a Chevy 350 with 6 cylinders instead of 8. So it's got a balance shaft to kind of counteract what's missing. But I don't know. I was like, oh shit! I did not know that. Apparently they're reliable. I didn't even know that it had that. Guess it's not a big problem spot. You would think it would be. But most people I've heard ever talk about 4.3 V6 is either it's underpowered or they swap it out for a V8. And it's like, I don't need power. I don't really need all that power. It's got enough power to drive fucking 98 miles an hour down the road. So what else do I need? I mean, it is not good hauling a trailer. I do know that. and that usually just falls into gearing. There is a good gearing set you can get where that thing will have it'll have a lot more pull, but I don't know. Not sure. Today's going to be a good day. I need to get my head right. I need to get back into work mode. Okay, we're headed over here to suck diesel out of engines. We got a new string of engines set up, so we should be good all day today, and maybe even part of tomorrow. To just get all the diesel sucked out of these things and transferred. Now we have 5 guys instead of 4, so I don't know if that's going to be more or less of a workload. I think I'm going to leave the new guy with the other guy because he's been running that truck. I'll be like, hey, just teach him the way you've been doing it, and because that's the truck he's going to be running, and I can't be there with you the whole time, so you guys just take care of that. I'll take care of what I take care of, and I think I'm going to have the new guy drive home today. Just so, because he said he hasn't drove in 11 years, but he's got all the endorsements, everything's good, so, yeah, we need to get you driving so you can get a piece of paper filled out by me that says you're good to go, and I'll just have him drive every day just to get him back into the groove of driving, because after this week, I think he's going to be our guy on it. And should be a good time. I'm just so scatterbrained right now. I'm not scatterbrained at all. I'm focused, but I just want to be focused on the fun stuff. Man, it's gonna be fucking exciting the first day that I ride that bike to work. It's gonna be a crazy day. I'm sure I'm gonna have a ton of stories to talk about on that. Whew. I mean, I hate traffic now. I think I'm gonna hate traffic even more on a bike, but all in the name of saving fuel is what it is, and fun. I want to have fun. The helmet that I'm getting, it's cool. It's a dirt bike helmet. It looks like a dirt bike helmet. It's got the visor and everything, but it's also got a clear piece that comes down and covers the whole opening. And then it's on the inside. It's got even sunglass thing that comes down, so I can probably just wear my regular glasses and ride around on that. I thought about getting just a regular dirt bike helmet and getting goggles, just because it'd be kind of cool to just have the goggles, but and it would be a little bit more airflow into my helmet. But the helmet that I'm getting, I can do that with it. I just got to push the sunglasses out of the way and take the clear shield off the front, which I think it just pops on and off, and then I could put goggles on if I wanted to, but I don't know. But I don't know. I'm gonna try it out. I might end up getting a second helmet because a regular like street bike helmet. Sorry, I'm burping. I'm like burping over here. I need a drink. The visor on a dirt bike helmet catches a lot of air, and I don't know if my neck is gonna be okay with the visor. You know, my neck is I'm gonna be constantly fighting to keep my head straight at highway speeds. So I'm not too sure about that. I know that's what I want, and I'm gonna get it, and I'll just Instead of that iron neck thing I was talking about for Joe Rogan the other day, I'm just gonna be. I have a fucking visor on my dirt bike helmet. Okay, that's my iron neck right there. My neck's gonna be fucking jacked, boy. Um, and I guess I hadn't really talked too much about gear, like what gear I want. I know I want to get some gloves, but I think I might get some sort of a waterproof jacket and possibly pants, maybe? I'm not sure. Because I am probably going to ride this thing in the rain more than once. Just because, it doesn't, you don't know. Is it going to rain when I'm going to work, but it's going to be fine afterwards? Is it going to rain after work on my way home? You never, I don't know. Um, I don't know. What else is there? What else is there? Some sort of a locking mechanism. I'd like to get one of those. I don't know if it's like a bolt you put in the sprocket or what it could be. They got all different kinds of shit for that. So it shouldn't be a big deal. Um, just really excited. I'm not happy with the number plate, the front number plate on the front of the handlebars with the headlight. I'm pretty sure it was my grandpa's bike, and I'm pretty sure he put some sort of graphics on it, and I don't like it. It's black and white, and I don't really like it. I think I want to make the bike like all black. I want to black out everything on it. Well, not the not the engine. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how painting the engine would go. It's got fins. It is water cooled, but it's also got fins on it. But I know that motherfucker's gonna get hot, so I don't know if I need to use like. Well, I'm sure I would use like high temp paint, but it would be cool to make everything black on it. Just black it out. But I don't want it to look like a fucking kid just spray painted his whole bike. So get actual black plastics and then some durable paint. Well, I gotta go slow because this is the lane I need, and the guy I just passed got behind me, and then now I'm slowing down because of Excellence Flooring LLC van. Almost there, guys. Um, So this is going to end off this episode. I'm very excited. Last episode, I guess, just here at the tail end of this one, I don't remember what I talked about in that, and I knew I wanted to get it posted up, so I posted it up, but I don't know what that episode was about. So I just named it OGDB, because I'm pretty sure I talked about dirt bikes. So other than that, I think this one, I'll get this one posted up, and I'll have a better title for you guys. Title doesn't even care. It doesn't even matter. Just listen. Just listen if you want to. Anyways, keep all 18 down. We'll talk to you later.